Be silent in that solitude, which is not loneliness. For when the spirits of the dead who stood in life before thee, they are again in death around thee, and their will shall overshadow thee. Be still. Welcome to my top 10 scary moments in non-scary video games. Video games are fun. There are plenty of horror video games, but which more or less have scares. However, it's the normal video games that can get you because you're not expecting it. So I'm here to get the top 10 scary moments in normal video games. Let's get this started off with Number 10. The Ski-Free Monster. This classic 1991 game was forced upon by every single elementary kid for educational purposes. You go ahead and do certain stunts and events, and then after you complete it, the game doesn't stop. Instead, the monster comes by and gobbles you up no matter what. For a kid, that's kind of scary. There is no way out of it. You die. But it's low on the list because obviously it's a 16-bit monster and doesn't look that scary, but it is scary when it's chasing after you. The next ones will be much scarier, I promise. Number 9. Reapers and Repettes of Kid Icarus. In this 1986 NES game, you play as the hero Pit, who has to save Lady Palutena and collect free treasures. Pretty simple game. It didn't start out good, but soon got big and popular. This is filled with mythology, and they do it pretty well for a stylized 8-bit game, but there's one moment just gets to me, just scary. It's whenever you come upon a Reaper, because the second they see you, they start screaming and they send out Repettes to attack you. Admittedly, looking back on it, it's kind of silly watching some old lady guy, I don't know, running around screaming and calling for henchmen, but still kind of scary. I think it's the music. Just listen. And it just repeats itself over and over again until you kill it or it kills you. It's creepy. But it's low on the list because, looking back, it is really goofy in a creepy way. Number 8. The Water Wraith from Pikmin 2. Pikmin 2 is the 2004 sequel to the GameCube game Pikmin, which instead of having one captain, you have two captains exploring with new Pikmin on a planet, and you're small, and you'll have to play the game to understand. But Pikmin 2 introduced a new mechanic to the game series, dungeons. And what's a dungeon without something big and scary living in it? Usually, the dungeons ranges from childlike to fairly damp. But this one, just let me set up a scenario. Imagine that you're walking around in a water-filled cavern, collecting food and whatnot, and all of a sudden, it grows quiet. Nothing happens. You're almost back to the drop-off point, ready to go to the next level, and BAM! Big thing on wheels drops on your Pikmin, killing 20 of them, and you scatter around trying to figure out what just happened. That, my friend, is a water raft. The thing is scary. You can't kill it. That's the problem. Again, something scary in video games is something you can't kill. Until you get to the last part of the dungeon, and then you get the purple Pikmin, and the purple Pikmin can kill them, taking away the scary factor. But overall, just having that thing chasing you around for so many levels, not just one, it's multiple levels, it's just downright terrifying. Well, at least until the end. So yeah, it would be much higher on the list if it wasn't so easily killed at the end. Number 7. Baby Zombies from Minecraft. Minecraft is a 2009 indie sandbox game where everything is made out of cube and the goal is just to survive, build and mine, obviously. At night, monsters come out, such as zombies, skeletons, and endermen and other sorts. However, thanks to one update, the 1.4 update brought baby zombies. First of all, baby zombies are just creepy. Little babies that are zombified. Ugh, that's creepy. Second of all, they're not scary because of that. They're scary because they are really fast and really hard to hit. Yes, you can kill them, but they're going to kill you first, over and over again, especially if they get into your house. The less said about them, the better. Number 6. The Soul Karen in Skyrim. Skyrim is a 2011 RPG, and that's all what you really need to know for this. In the extension pack Dawnguard, there was a new area released, called the Soul Karen. We have had a lot of people on our list, but we haven't had much for places. Well, this is one of them. This place looks terrifying. It looks so ominous, so depressing, smoke everywhere, just everything's dead, everything's blackish brown, just like most modern video games, and everything's just so depressing. Worst of all, lore states that the remnants of the soul that you use in a soul gem to enchant something goes here. Yes, half-dead souls are walking everywhere here. This place is disturbing. Just everything else in Skyrim can be a little bit dark, but for the most part, it's pretty nice. Sure, we got the dragons everywhere, but this is... there's nothing to describe but scary. Number 5. The Devil Hulk from The Incredible Hulk: Ultimate Destruction. Yep, The Incredible Hulk is a 2005 game where you get to free roam as the Incredible Hulk. In the storyline, Bruce Banner has to face against an inner Devil Hulk that's trying to emerge and has already taken some part of him. So they decide to do the most brilliant thing ever. Go straight into his brain and take out the Devil Hulk that way. Don't ask, it's really complicated. In fact, I'm going to try to explain it in my series. Plug in. Anyways, the whole area is just spooky. The setup is spooky. And Devil Hulk himself is spooky. Everything evil, everything wrong about Bruce Banner, the Hulk, whatever, that person, is incarnated into that. That thing is pure evil. And he relishes in it. Is a fitting boss, though a little bit confusing for the Hulk. So yes, ultimate evil is indeed spooky. Number 4. The Killer Piano in Super Mario 64. It's a Nintendo 64 game created in 1996. You play as Mario. Duh. And there is one level, the Haunted Mansion level, that looks completely inconspicuous. So you slowly creep around the room. You see a nice looking piano. That's a little odd, especially for this type of game. So you walk over it and BAM! Watching little kids jump out, that is really fun. Yes, a killer piano in Mario. It's not for kids. Number 3. Everything Scarecrow does in Batman Arkham Asylum. Yeesh! I know this game isn't all daisies and ponies and whatever. I know it's a darker game, but it's not this dark. Just watch this. And then it gets worse. You heard me. Worse.
Father, you should have stood up to it, son. Like a man. Mom?
Help us, Bruce. Don't let us die.
If you haven't guessed, this 2009 game has Batman drugged by the Scarecrow and he's obviously hallucinating. I'm not going to show any more, but there is still plenty of scary stuff in this. Scarecrow, you live up to your name. Number 2. That really scary, weird cutscene in Legend of Zelda Twilight Princess. Where did this come from? Oh, wow. This is a slightly darker game, but wow, no one would ever expect this. Just look at this little scene that decides to pop up in here. Because this place has too many daisies. I need an adult. Mommy, no, what happened? And then it gets worse. Don't let the monotone scare you. This is gonna get creepy. And this entire scene was never mentioned again. Whoa, that was creepy. That was messed up. Whoever says Nintendo's for kids are idiots. And the number 1 scary moments in non-scary video games go to the Mind Crowd in Star Wars Jedi Knight 2 Jedi Outcast. This thing scares me to death. I love this game, but I have a hard time going through the mining levels because of these stupid things. They are so small, they are hard to hit, they are hard to kill, and they can kill you instantly. Worst of all, whenever you run into one of them, you usually have very low ammo. These things are hideous. These things are awful. These things are pure evil. These things are...
There, Mini Boy. I'm a mysterious hacker who has hacked into your computer and has hacked into this video. Throughout this entire time, you will not know who I am. I am a mysterious force. I am the I am totally not Stuart. Mini Boy, I've hacked into your computer, as I said before, and I checked your video. In this video, you were making a top 10 scary things in video games, or non-scary video games, or whatever it's called. I don't know. I didn't bother reading what I just hacked, so I'm looking through the list. Okay, you got some okay ones, but the rest, it's just crap. It's not crap. You wanna know why? Because of number 1, you put freaking Wild E from the Kirby thing. They are not scary. Okay, you wanna know who should be number 1? Gygus from Earthbound. Now, for those of you asking, who is this Gygus creature? Well, he's from a game back in the SNES called Earthbound. Earthbound, which you can get on the Wii U Virtual Console for about $9.99, I think? Yeah, $9.99. Anyway, Gygus is basically the final boss of Earthbound. Spoiler alert, I don't care. And, you know, he's this red blob thingy. Now, you may be saying, oh, what's so scary about that? Well, the battle arena you go to is, well, you can extend to say a bunch of organs, or if you really want to go deep into it, mother's organs, and then the little thingy-majiggy that Gygus is in. It's called like a devil's machine, aka a vaginal. You know what I mean? Vaginal. And so, as you're fighting Gygus, you know, beating the crap out of him and Pokey as well, he goes into multiple phases, which has really disturbing music. Not to mention, on one of his phases, he's all... And if you can look, if you have, you know, really good eyesight, or just eyes in general, you can see in the background that, hey, it's a mysterious figure. What is this mysterious figure? It's a baby. If you put all that equations, baby, devil's machine equals vaginal, organs, they can only be an unborn baby. It can only be an unborn baby. You know, there's probably going to be a bunch of people like, oh, you believe in the Gygus theory? I don't believe it because it's untrue, because of blah, 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 blah. All the evidence has been put in there. There's a lot of evidence that can prove the Gygus is a fetus. I stumbled over my words. stumbling. Ugh. Did I mention that Earthbound is kind of a jolly game, but at times you have really creepy moments when he mentions Gaius? He's red.
But I put the mine crabs in first. Not. They were a close second, okay? Okay, thank you, Stuart. Anyways, so that has been my top 10, I guess 11 scary moments in non-scary video games. From childhood hour, I have not been. As others were, I am not seen. As others saw, I cannot bring my passions from a common spring. From the same source, I have not taken my sorrow. I could not awaken my heart to joy at the same tone. And all I love alone. Then, in my childhood, in the dawn of the most stormy life was drawn. From every depth of good and ill, the mystery which binds me still. From the torrent, or from the fountain, from the red cliff of the mountain, from the sun that round me rolled, in its autumn tint of gold. From the lightning in the sky, it has passed me flying by. For the thunder and the storm, the clouds that took the form, when the rest of heaven was blue, of a demon in my view.